read some quotations? 2 lines?
The next few lines. Few
Ah, okay.
generally, but
Okay, I heard two. Practice verb conjugate. Ah, my gosh, sorry. Literature. Today we will read some quotations, practice verb conjugations, practice a whole play, and read comics.
nice. Um, can you repeat this word?
Roll.
Yeah, a role play. With us are. Um, okay. And let's have Anna Carolina. Can you ask Heidi the first question?
Heidi, what is one of your favorite books? Why do you like it?
I don't have any favorite books, but instead I have my favorite author. My favorite authors are Agatha Christie, Jean Sheridan. Now I'm reading, I forgot, Hemingway.
Okay. Now, what book are you reading by Hemingway?
Mm-hmm.
What book of Hemingway's are you reading?
That's not on Kilimanjaro now.
Are you enjoying it?
Old man and Sea and the Old Man. I forgot the title. It's a Japanese title. I know a Japanese title, but
The Old Man and the Sea.
the Old Man it's already finished.
Okay. Snows of Kilimanjaro. Okay. And how do you like the Snows of Kilimanjaro?
His books are much different from before. The books that before I used to read.
Okay, it's a really different.
Before I used to read only suspense.
Okay. Okay, so really different.
Yeah.
All right. And maybe let's change this around a little bit. The back. And Heidi, can you ask Jose the next question?
How important is the back cover of the book?
To me, it's not so much important, but I think to the publishers it's very important because they'll try to make the cover so much attractive because some people try to buy the book because he or they like the cover of the book.
Okay. The back cover, generally, if we're looking at the back cover, it has a lot of writing on it. And so the back cover will have like an explanation of what happens in the book on it.
Okay, back cover where the book give an explanation. Okay, I think back cover is so much important because sometimes the back cover give an idea uh, what happened at the book at the history.
Idea.
The, they'll try to summarize the book in the back cover.
Yeah. Okay. And we need the third person here.
Back cover gives
An idea, a preposition.
about
Yeah, about what happened.
inside the book.
What's
Uh,
missing from happen?
what happened? What happening?
Mm-mm.
What happened?
What happens?
What happens
Yeah.
into the book is possible?
In the book.
In the book. Okay, in the book.
Good. Okay. And to me, it's not so much. We would remove much. To me, it's not so important.
So important, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And nice. Okay. Jose, can you ask? Yeah, can you ask Xenia the next question?
Ksenia, do you enjoy watching movies that came from books? Why? Or why not?
I like all type of movies. Either they come from books or just from scenario. Scenario or scenario, I don't know how to say.
Scenarios.
Scenarios. But when I read book and then I watch movie, I don't like it because in my imagination it was more it was brighter than in a screen, and often I feel disappointed after such movies. I don't know how to say.
Okay. Often I feel disappointed after such movies. I think that was good. Often I feel disappointed after such movies. It works. Okay, but when I read, we would
Read.
use the present tense when I read
Yes,
books.
when I read book and then watch movie.
Yeah, good. And then watch. We would probably say the movie. Or when I read books and then watch the movies from the books. Usually I don't like them because in my imagination, how would I change it?
They were brighter.
Yeah, they were brighter than the screen. Good. It's good. I'm having a little bit of trouble today keeping up with typing. I got like a little cut on my fingertip, which is just stings. So if I don't keep up with what you say or say exactly what you say on the screen, that's why. Okay. And let's have Ahmed. Welcome to class again. Ahmed, how's it going?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. It's good to see you. And Ahmed, can you read through the words?
Okay, dialogue, explication, tension, symbolism, implication, synopsis, conclusion, rising action, falling action, denouement.
Yeah, it's a denouement. It's got like the French ending, so denouement.
Okay, denouement.
Yeah, that was perfect. You did better than I did. My French is terrible. Okay, and I think that sounded good. Yeah, I think that sounded good. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
Yes, denouement.
Okay, and can anybody explain denouement?
And the same as spelling action, and after apex all usually follows falling action or denouement.
Yeah. To be the falling action. It's after the climax. And the rising action. Be like a really simplistic kind of storyline. Okay. And any other questions?
Explication
Explication.
and implication.
Okay. Does anybody think they can explain explication? What's an explication?
I'm not sure, but I guess it's a clarification about something in the movie.
Qualification?
Clarification.
Yeah, like a clarification? Yeah. So it'd be like an interpreting of or a clarification of. Yeah. Of clarification of kind of like it's close to an explanation. So generally, if we're explicating work, it's because, there are other meanings that we're trying to mm, write about or tell about in that work. And implication? Does anybody think?
Implication is imply something. Verb is to imply.
Yeah.
To say something indirectly.
Yeah. So the implication is like the indirect meaning. So yeah, it implies the implication is that something happened. That would be perfect. Really nicely done. Any other questions?
Yeah. Synopsis and symbolism.
Okay. Let's look at synopsis. Can you repeat synopsis one more time?
Synopsis.
Okay. And who can explain synopsis?
It's
Summary.
a summary.
Summarize.
Summary for some play or something.
Nice job, everybody. All of you at once. That was good. So the summary of a play or a poem, yeah, the synopsis is kind of what happened. And
Well,
symbolism. Sorry?
no.
Okay. And who can explain symbolism?
May I?
Yeah.
Add the use of symbols to represent ideas or qualities. I guess that movie, um, Butterfly Effect.
Hmm.
There was a butterfly all the time. It's a, a birth sign that a baby had in her skin, and also it was symbolizing uh, an effect in his life, in the character life, to go back and forward.
Okay. So yeah, I guess it was a symbol of the ability of that character to be able to go back and forth. Yeah. So the use of symbols to represent ideas and qualities. That's perfect. So using one object to try to state something. So the cross in Catholicism would be a symbol. The half moon or the crescent moon is a symbol in Islam. You've got all different symbols in religion. Yeah, does that make sense? Okay. Well, hopefully that makes sense. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay. Julieta, welcome to class. How's it going? Can anybody hear me? Have I gone?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Yeah, Julieta, how's it going?
Hello, it is going well, thank you.
Okay, nice. Good to hear. And
Thanks.
I think let's go on. Yeah, we could try this. And let's have Ale. Can you read the first sentence and try to fill in the blank?
Yes, of course. The Okay. The tension between the two characters to sound fake, maybe.
Not the tension.
Oh, or maybe the dialogue.
Yeah,
No.
dialogue.
Yeah. Dialogue.
And how did you conjugate sound?
The sound.
We need to conjugate it, so we need to change the verb tense here. So you could use the present tense, past tense, present perfect. Those are for different verb tenses. The future, I guess, would be a good one. Future.
Maybe the past tense.
Okay, how would it sound?
Sounded.
Good. And can you read the whole sentence?
Yes. The dialogue between the two characters sounded fake.
Nice. And can you repeat dialogue?
Dialogue.
And
Dialogue. Okay.
good. Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how's it going?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Good to see you again. And all right, Anna Carolina, can you read the next one?
I don't think you've read this book at all. Give me a synopsis, please.
Nice. Good. Really well done.
I'm sorry. I said you've read.
I don't think you read. Yeah,
No,
that's all.
no. I said you've read. You have read.
Nice. Okay. I don't think you've read this book at all. That's perfect. That's probably the better answer anyways. Nice job. Really good work. Sorry about my bad hearing. And okay, good. Julieta, can you try the next one?
Can't stand this tension. When will he tell her that he loves her?
Did you do that same one last time?
Yes.
Nice. Well, sorry. You did it just as good of a job this time as you did last time. I'm sorry, Julieta. And Heidi, can you try the next one?
If you ignore the ending, the writing action and the falling action, no.
Oh, I guess
No.
that could actually work. Yeah, the rising action and the falling. Yeah, it works for sure.
The book reads pretty well.
Nice. Okay. Good job. So, yeah, this is a little bit more ironic than I anticipated it being. So the ending, the rising action, and the falling action. So pretty much the whole book. If you don't read the book, it's a good book.
Maybe it's a boring book.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty boring book. Yeah, it would work. I was thinking about using things that are all kind of close to the ending. So you saying like the conclusion, the falling action, and the ending. But here, like the rising action, the falling action, and the ending, pretty much that's the whole book. So I think that's just a funnier way of putting it, which is nice. Okay. And Jose, what about the next one?
I think the word is your explication of the poem is even more confusing than the poem itself. If you don't rewrite it, I'll give you an F.
Nice. Good job. Give you an F. Really well done. Good work, everybody. Any questions here? Okay.
No.
Let's go through this Ksenia, can you read the role of the dad? And Ahmed, can you read the role of Calvin?
Calvin, your mom and I looked over your report card, and we think you could be doing better.
But I don't like school.
Why not? You like to read and you like to learn. I know you do. I mean, you've read every dinosaur book ever written, and you've learned a lot, right? Reading and learning are fun.
Yeah.
So why don't you like school?
We don't read about dinosaurs.
Good. We don't read about dinosaurs. And really good reading. Ahmed, what's happening here?
The father asks the son why he
Why he... Oh, wow.
why don't he don't like the school, and the son trying to mock him and say we don't read about dinosaurs.
Okay. And say... Yeah. Okay. The father asks the son why... We would change this this. So, I don't, you don't, he... What's the third person present tense of to do?
He doesn't, I think.
Yeah. Good. And that would be the correct order too. He doesn't. He doesn't. Or he asks him why doesn't he like school. You could say that too. Why doesn't he like school? And son trying to mock him. I guess if we had a comma, says we don't read about dinosaurs. Okay. And good. Ale, do you think the son's trying to mock the dad as well? Do you agree?
No. Mock.
Yeah. Can you explain what's happening here?
Because the father tried to explain at the son, how he can fun with in the school He, he try to imagine it to read about dinosaurs, and the son explained that they don't read a dinosaur at the school, but I don't see a mock in the in this story.
Okay. I don't see mockery, maybe?
I don't
Yeah. Mockery is just the thing. So I don't see mockery. Or I don't see him mocking.
I'm mocking. Okay.
Yeah. So you could say I don't see mockery in this story, or I don't see him mocking him
I don't see him mocking.
in this story. So one or the other would work. Okay. All right. And Anna Carolina, when you were at school, were there things that you read that you liked and didn't like? What did you like to read at school, and what did you not like to read at school?
Okay. Of course, no
Okay.
one,
Yeah, so like
no,
what did you go ahead. Sorry.
no one likes reading and studying about everything. I I used to enjoy biology and history sometimes, but I didn't like to memorize the dates.
Okay. And so what were some things that you didn't like to read about?
Ah, my gosh, it is also. I used to hate English
Okay. Nice. Do you know like why do you think?
because of the method. We
Because of
have
the
to
method?
we have to memorize the texts and repeat them, and I had no idea about the meaning.
Nice. And repeat them. Good grammar too. Okay. I think that's good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Sounds like a really difficult way of learning English, memorizing texts and reading them back. Um, but good. And all right, let's look at this. And Julieta, can you read the quotation?
Boredom is the conviction that you can't change.
Yeah. What do you think it means?
It's boredom.
Boredom? It's like being bored. Um, kind of not being excited or mm, interested in something.
Mhm. So basically, it's saying that you are bored of yourself.
Okay, so basically it's saying you're bored of yourself.
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think basically it's saying maybe boredom is being
Boredom.
bored of yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's good. And do you agree?
Mhm. Sometimes I am bored of myself. Yes, I agree.
Okay, so sometimes you're bored of yourself, you think?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I'm bored of myself. Okay. Um, with the quotation, Heidi, do you agree or do you disagree? Do you think that boredom is the conviction that you can't change? Do you think it's not? Why do you think it is or is not?
Depend on people, person preferences different. For example, I'm not interested in a conversation with others, but other people are very chatty, so it's much different. Boredom is depend on the person as different. Then I can't change that. It's a characteristic.
Okay. I think that's good. So that's a really good point. I think this is a narrow interpretation of boredom.
A
Um,
boredom, feeling boredom is my responsibility. I can't change my characteristic.
it's your
If I,
responsibility.
yeah, if I found some interest and some boredom, maybe I can enjoy that. My life will change. My life would change rapidly.
Okay. Okay, I think I get what you're trying to say. Not, I'm not like 100%, but I think I've got it. Depends on the person's preferences. Yeah. So boredom can be like something that's more intrinsic, like with yourself, or it can be something that's kind of apart and being with other people, situations. Yeah. All right. I think we're good here. Does anybody have any questions on this? Okay. Yeah. Probably should. Yeah. I guess let's move on. Heidi, can you ask Jose the first question?
What factors are important to you when choosing a book to read?
I think there are so many important factors. One of them could be the characters, the plot, the atmosphere of the book, the history, the story. Uh,
Okay. What kinds of
mm,
characters, plots, and atmospheres do you like?
uh, I like the funny characters. I don't like the characters that all the time are talking about boring subjects
You said all the time
all the time.
are talking about boring
Subjects.
subjects. Um, all the time are talking. I would use one word instead of saying all the time.
All time. No?
It has a W in it,
W? Uh,
and
that
it starts with
are
an A.
aware? No. Uh, always, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like characters that are always
Always, yes.
talking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that sounds better. Good. So you like funny characters, and you don't like characters that are always talking about boring subjects. What would be a boring subject? Sorry, just quickly.
Boring subject. When I am not interested about this subject.
Uh-huh.
To me, a boring subject is, for example, a book that are talking about um, about some religion or something that I'm not interested in,
Okay. Talking
about
about.
politicians or about some subject I am not interested in.
Uh-huh. Good. Okay. I think that's good. Just remember a book that talks. And yeah, the reason I asked was
Okay,
because I was
talks.
interested in boring. Yeah. Um, and Jose, can you ask Xenia the next question?
Ksenia, are there any writing styles you especially like or dislike? Explain.
Actually, I like all types of books, and actually, my taste has been changing all my life.
Huh?
So, but for sure, I don't like books with 1 or 2 page descriptions about someone dress or room or something like that. I like action in their book more, and some, I think, how to say, good summary, not summary, good, oh my god, I forgot, finishing, ending, how to say,
Okay. A good conclusion, or
a
a
good
good
conclusion.
climax, or a good falling
Yes,
action.
a good conclusion.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, so
Yeah. Nice. I was wondering. Okay, good. And what about you, Ahmed? Any writing styles you like or dislike, especially? Ahmed, are you there? Oh, uh, Ale, what about you? Any writing styles you especially like or dislike?
Yes, my favorite style is noir.
Okay,
Yes, like Bukowski, the style like Bukowski
nice.
is simple but very raw, very crude.
Huh? Definitely
Yes,
crude.
yes, crude. As more direct on your target, but
Oh no, are you there? Ale, I've lost you. Your microphone's muted. Are you there? I really want to know why you like Bukowski. I don't think I've ever heard an English speaker talk.
can you hear me? Yes,
Yeah, I can
right.
hear you now. You muted
Sorry,
yourself.
sorry. Uh, the more direct in is target, sorry, and is also funny,
Uh-huh.
and there are in his story uh, many uh, many phrase of life. I don't know how I explain this concept. But yes, there is a philosophy.
There
Is
is
philosophy
a philosophy. Do
is
you want to keep there are in history many, or can you restart the sentence and try to say this sentence one more time?
there uh, 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 is uh, is philosophy and phrase and is phrase in the book.
Okay. Maybe in his books?
His books.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
right.
his philosophy and his phrases in his books. Okay. Nice. Bukowski, that is a very cool answer. I was not expecting that.
Yes,
Okay. And Ale, how did you,
yes.
sorry, really quickly, how did you hear about Bukowski?
How do
As like,
you?
yeah, how did you hear? How did you first read one of his novels?
And in the high school, yes,
Okay.
my friend gave me
Gave.
gave me his book. I don't know
Okay.
how is pronunciation in English. I know in Italian, uh, but
Okay.
this is the first time.
Okay. Reasonable. I guess that's a good time to be reading Bukowski too. Okay, Ale, can you ask Ahmed the next question?
Yes, of course. Have you ever tried to read a book in English?
Yeah, of course. I have read many books in English. My studies were in college was in English,
Hmm.
and yeah, and then from some time to time I buy English novel books for
Hmm.
reading, and and sometimes I think I buy English learning books.
Uh-huh.
Mm, yeah.
What was the last book you read in English?
It was for IELTS preparation.
Okay. Any novels?
Mm, it was for Paulo Coelho.
Uh-huh. It was
Is
Paulo Coelho.
yeah.
Okay, which book?
It was Alchemist, I think.
In English, we use the article The Alchemist.
Uh,
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's a good one to read in a new language. Awesome. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. We could. Okay, we could look at this. And Anna Carolina, can you read this quotation? Okay. Let's have, yeah. Just for the reading, we'll have maybe Julieta, can you read this quotation?
For there is nothing heavier than compassion, not even one's own pain weighs so heavy as the pain one feels with someone, for someone, a pain intensified by the imagination and prolonged by 100 echoes.
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 And not even one's own pain weighs so heavy.
Not even one's own pain weighs so heavy.
Okay. Good. And nice job. Anna Carolina, any interpretation of this? And I know you've got the piano. You can. Okay. Okay, sure. Heidi, what do you think about this? Do you have any interpretation?
Okay, if you have pain, for you it's very heavy. But for me, even though I have compassion to you, but only I imagine how it's painful or not. Maybe you feel much heavier than my imagination.
Okay. And my imagination. It's actually kind of the opposite. So we'll get back to you and talk about why you said that in a minute. Maybe Jose, do you have a different interpretation of this quotation?
I think sometimes compassion is heavier than pain, I think.
Yeah. Okay, can you explain?
Because pain sometimes is not measurable. Because when our people is sick, I think one person feels the pain in one way, and the another person feels the pain in another way.
Yeah. Okay, so pain kind of being transmutable, you can change the shape. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so yeah, he's saying there's nothing heavier than compassion. So if you feel pain for somebody else for any reason, so if that other person is feeling pain and you are compassionate towards that pain, it's a heavier feeling. It's like a heavier pain. So it's intensified by your imagination and by these echoes. Yeah. And so I think that was good. Ahmed, do you agree or do you disagree?
I don't think so, because before I mentioned I got food poisoning. It was a painful stomach or my belly. I said that very painful, but my husband had compassion, but he didn't feel like me. And after that, I explained about that to my friend, but they can't understand how it was painful.
Huh.
No one understands.
Okay, yeah, I think that's good. So we've got a disagreement. We've lost Ahmed. Ale, what do you think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Or are there times when you
Yeah,
agree and times when you disagree?
I am agree. I think the
We would not, sorry,
compassion.
really quickly, we would never say I am agree. I agree.
Okay,
Just,
I agree. Okay.
mhm.
I think that compassion, empathize, right? Empathize is the either sentiment, uh, either I don't know how. Sorry, uh, either feelings, either
Ever?
and no heavier, more heavier,
Heavier,
heavy,
heavier, heavier.
heavier, heavier feelings uh, than other feelings.
Okay. Maybe is a heavier feeling than other feelings?
Heavier feeling than other feelings. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? All right. Anna Carolina, are you still with the bunch piano? Okay. Um, no worries. Maybe you can write down if you have an answer to this question. Giulietta, do you think it depends on the type of pain? So we have like different types of pain. We have emotional pain, we have physical pain, we have like mental pain. Um, so if we've got these different types of pain, does the compassion for each type of pain change? So is sometimes compassion, can it be heavier? Can sometimes it be lighter depending on the pain? Or do you think it's kind of always? Does that make sense, Giulietta?
Yes, yes.
So what do you think? Do you think it changes? Do you think it's the same? Do you think it depends on the type of pain?
It depends on the type of pain, but it depends too on the type of the relationship you have with people.
Huh? Depends too on the type of relationship you have with people. Nice. Do you want to go further into that, or you think that's good?
It's good.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. That is nicely put. Um, okay, and I think we're good here. Does anybody have any questions? It's a good angle, Anna Carolina. I like that. Okay, and let's go
Sorry,
on. Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
Can you repeat me how I have to say heavier? Heavier, right?
It's
Heavier,
heavier, heavier.
heavier, heavier. Okay, heavier.
Good,
Okay. Thank you.
good points. Okay, and I don't know if we have time for that. Mm, hmm. Okay, I'm trying to. Yeah, let's look at this and let's have Heidi. Can you read through these idioms?
Julieta?
Julieta just answered.
Oh, bookworm. Hit the books. One for the books. An open book.
Okay, and do you think you could use one in a sentence?
Hmm. Okay. I was bookworm. When I was a child.
I think I missed an article. Or I didn't hear an article.
I was a bookworm when I was a child.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Now, I like. Now I still like reading books, but my eyesight is very bad. So I can't say I'm a bookworm now.
Okay. There are a lot of really cool podcasts, I don't know, at least in English, where they have people reading books to you, so you can do it while like you're doing other things, like doing the dishes or cooking, and people read you books, which is awesome. Yeah, okay. Anna Carolina, what about you? Can you make a sentence with one of these?
Yes. Which one do you want me to use? I just know two. Okay, the last one is the easiest.
Okay,
Um, some people are open books.
nice.
They tell their lives to everyone, and they they cannot lie.
Nice. Good. Okay, really well done. This is perfect. Nice definition within the sentence. Jose, what about you? Can you make one? A sentence? Jose? Julieta, can you make a sentence with one of these?
I really need to hit the books, or I will fail the test.
Yeah, I really need to hit the books or I'll fail the test. Okay. Yeah. And Jose, you're not there? Okay. Heidi, what are the last one?
A national company will become public company. It won for the book.
Okay. The tenses, you said? It's one for the books. So we need an article.
No, national companies, it's plural, become public companies.
Okay, so national companies becoming public companies is one for the books. Maybe when national companies become public companies, it is one for the books. Yeah, so we're talking about one for the history books, Anna Carolina. So if we're saying it's one for the books, it's one for the history books. It's something that should be remembered. Yeah, okay, really well done. And thank you guys for coming in. We are just out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up? Okay. Well, thanks again for coming in, and have a really good day.